Hey there, it's Meredith from Unbounce, your friendly neighborhood senior service support specialist. That's a lot of S's. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to build a beautiful, high-converting landing page in just a few simple steps using Smart Builder. Whether you're a tech-savvy digital marketer or just getting started with landing pages, Unbounce helps you launch your campaigns quickly and easily with our no-code, easy-to-use builder. Backed by years of data and over 2 billion conversions, Smart Builder is designed to help you create high-converting landing pages in a snap. Smart Builder helps you create beautiful, mobile-friendly landing pages that are optimized to get you more leads, sales, and signups for your campaigns. In this video, we'll walk you through how to build, customize, and edit in Smart Builder. Everything you need to get your landing page up and running for your next campaign. We're going to be building the stunning landing page for marsupial-themed HR software company, Qualified. We'll cover how to create a page in Smart Builder, styling your page, how to work with sections, using drag and drop, adding and editing forms, capturing conversions, editing for mobile, adding and editing images, optimizing for social sharing, working with Unbounce apps, and finally, how to publish your page. And if you'd like to build along with me, you can download all of the assets we'll be using here. So let's get started. First things first, we're going to log into Unbounce and create a new landing page. Select Smart Builder. After all, this is a Smart Builder tutorial. The guided experience is the first step to creating our page in Smart Builder. It's going to suggest some templates tailored to our specific industry and page purpose. Let's select our page purpose and form options. These templates are all now optimized specifically for us. We can select either suggested or custom template design. Suggested templates are ones that Smart Builder automatically curates for us based on our company's details, while custom templates give us more flexibility to design with our custom styles, colors, headings, and so on. Don't worry, these designs aren't set in stone. We'll make changes to them later once we started designing our page. Right now, it's about getting our page's structure in place. Okay, I'm going to select this template. Now let's add some copy to our page. This is where the magic happens. Smart Builder's AI-powered copywriter is going to write our copy for us. Although I could also skip this step if I wanted to manually add the copy myself. But I haven't got time for that, so I'm going to have it write my copy for me. Let's add our company description to the copy assistant. Wow, that was fast. It's written copy for our entire page. If we want our copy to be more detailed, we can also select Enhance Copy. From there, we can add unique brand descriptors, keywords, benefits, or features to help guide the copy assistant a little more. Let's see what it comes back with. Nice. I think I'm going to stick with this option. And next, I'm going to save the page. And that's it. In no time at all, we've created our page in Smart Builder. Add and edit global page styles with the Style Guide. The Style Guide works really well when you want consistent typography, such as font styles, font weights, colors, and more. The Style Guide is located at the top left-hand corner of Smart Builder. Here, we can customize different typography settings, such as headings, buttons, and links. For example, we can update the headings on our page to have different fonts and colors. Headings are ordered from 1 to 6, from largest in size to smallest. We can also change the font family. Now, H1 headings on our page will be updated with our chosen font. We can also adjust the font weight, size, or line height, and even change the text color. And remember, changes made to the Style Guide will apply to the entire page in Smart Builder, making it that much easier to edit page styles. To make adding page styles even quicker, add fonts and colors to your brand library. We can add a brand font from the drop-down menu under Font Family. There's a whole load of different fonts to choose from. I like this one. Once our changes are saved, the font will appear in the brand fonts library, which can then be used for other typography settings, like headings and buttons. Brand colors can be added through the color picker in the Style Guide. We can add a unique color code or choose a color that matches our brand. And that's it. Now, let's make just a few more changes to different typography settings in the style guide. Say we want to make changes to one heading only, while keeping the global styles for the rest of the page the same. Well, we can use the design settings. The design settings are great for when we want an element such as text, button, or even a form to include distinct and unique colors or fonts different from the rest of the page. Brand colors or fonts can be applied using the design settings as well. We can also use the Page Settings tab at the top of Smart Builder to add background styles to our page. We can change the background color, add padding, and even page borders from these settings. As always, let's be sure to hit save to lock in those changes. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty details of how to customize our landing page. It's the section where we talk about sections. Smart Builder uses modular sections that work together to create the ideal landing page that gets you the most conversions. For example, hero sections feature eye-catching images designed to grab your visitors' attention, while testimonials include cards that help showcase your customers' feedback. You can add as many of these sections to your page as you like. So let's add one to our page. Our qualified landing page will support our lead gen campaign, so let's add a form to capture those leads. Now that the form's been added, we'll make some adjustments using these tools here. Let's add a background image. We can adjust how the background image appears by specifying fill, original, or custom background size settings. We can add a border style to a section, adjust its width, or its radius. We can also reorder our sections by moving them up or down. Design more flexible and customizable layouts with Smart Builder's drag and drop. This gives you total creative control without sacrificing mobile responsiveness. Next, we'll get our section looking like this to this, using drag and drop. So let's start a drag in and a drop in. Drag and drop allows us to add elements to our page, such as text, headlines, images, buttons, and so on. We can drag an element into a placeholder within that section, this highlighted green box here. Let's add a group and a button to our page. Dragging elements into a group will help us to reposition and realign them later, making it easy to customize and design our sections with just a few clicks. To rearrange or realign the elements on our page, we can use the alignment settings. The stacking options change the direction of how elements flow on the page. We can stack elements side by side or have them flow from top to bottom. We can also change how our elements align on the page. And now to complete this section. Let's go through another example. Say we want the cards in our testimonial section to flow from top to bottom instead. Because we're changing how elements flow, we can use the alignment settings to change the direction and layout. We can change the stacking option so the content flows from top to bottom on the page, and adjust the width of these elements using the sizing and spacing properties. For example, to make this text box less wide, we can adjust the width of the element relative to the group it's in. Within this property, we can also adjust the space between and around elements. For example, increasing padding creates more space around the element. After adding 20 pixels on each side, the space at the top, bottom, left, and right of the button increased by 20 pixels. To add space between elements and groups, we can increase the margins. This is great for adding more white space between elements and groups. And that's it. That's how to drag and drop elements and realign them to customize the look of your page. Whether you're trying to generate leads, collect signups, or take customer orders, Unbounce helps you build flexible forms to help you maximize on conversions. I'm going to show you how to customize a form from looking like this to this. Using a form section, Let's begin customizing and editing a form. To recap how to add sections in Smart Builder, watch our Working with Sections chapter. We can start customizing our form by adding additional fields to capture those leads. Let's edit our field name. Field names and IDs help us differentiate our fields from one another, and it's important to keep note of these if we plan to set up integrations. Let's change the field type from the drop-down menu. Next, we'll add in a field label, which is a prompt or question for that form field. Depending on the field type, we can customize the options or answers below. We can select whether a form field is required or optional. Once we save the changes, the new form field will appear. Let's take a look at how to edit existing form fields. Say, if we wanted a more sleek form design, we can hide the field label. We can also add field placeholder text. Think of this as the hint or prompt for the form field. Once we save the changes, our form labels are no more, which looks pretty slick to me. We can also rearrange the order of our form fields and delete unwanted fields from our form. To edit the style of our form, we can use the design settings or the style guide. Form confirmation settings are edited through the form confirmation button. A success message will show visitors a pop-up confirming that they've completed the form, while a confirmation page redirects visitors to an external thank you page, either in the same tab or a new tab or window. I'm going to add some finishing touches and design elements to our form. Now let's preview it. And that's it. We now have a snazzy form to capture all of those juicy leads. Easy peasy, leady squeezy. To learn more about forms, like how to add hidden fields, you can check out this article from our Help Center. Next, we'll start tracking form submissions as conversions. We can measure the success of a landing page by setting up conversion goals. A conversion goal is any time a visitor completes a desired action on the page, such as submitting a form or clicking a button. Let's get started by opening the Conversions tab at the top of Smart Builder. Whenever we add a link, button, image, or form in Smart Builder, it will show as a goal to track in the Conversions tab. Let's say we want to track form submissions as a conversion goal. We would select Form Submission in the side panel. Now, whenever a visitor completes a form submission, it will be tracked as a conversion in the page overview. I'd recommend one dedicated conversion goal per landing page. Oh, hey there. Did you know that you might be getting more visitors to the mobile version of your landing page than the desktop version? No one wants to miss out on potential conversions because of poor formatting. Smart Builder quickly aligns and formats content, so your page looks great on all devices. We can format our page for 3 different viewports: desktop, mobile, and tablet devices. It's important to note that some changes we make to certain versions can impact the others. Making changes to the padding, margins, and alignment options in the mobile view will not impact the desktop view. But changes made to text, font styles, forms, images, and deleting or adding new elements will show on both versions. To start editing the mobile version, we'll navigate to the desktop icon at the top right corner of Smart Builder. From there, we use the alignment settings to rearrange or realign content. We can open the alignment settings and change the stacking direction. We can play around until we get the content looking how we want it. And remember, making changes to the padding, margins, and alignment options in the mobile view will not impact the desktop view. For a recap on the alignment settings and the sizing and spacing properties, see our chapter on drag and drop. So for example, if we deleted this button on the mobile version, it will also no longer show in the desktop version. To remedy this, we can hide or display elements from either view. If we want this element to only show in the desktop version, but not the mobile version, we can specify this in the content tree on the left. Clicking this icon hides the button from the mobile view. We can even hide entire groups in the Contents tab. Okay, so let's see how this looks now on different devices. time to make things picture perfect. Look at this little guy. So cute. Some eye-catching images can add a ton of impact to a page. To add an image, we simply double-click on the placeholder and upload an image straight from our computer. We can also sift through hundreds of thousands of images from Unsplash, an online community for photo sharing. Oh, this one's perfect. Our selected image appears on the page. Say we wanted to tweak our image before adding it to the page. We can edit images directly in Smart Builder. We can crop images to cut out extra space or objects, rotate or straighten them, or zoom in using the scale feature, change the height or width of an image from the resize window, use the fine-tune tab to edit the image properties such as brightness, exposure, and temperature, and add filters and overlays to an image to give it some extra zing. Did you know that 1 in 50 people use screen readers? Screen readers help enable all folks to use computers. To improve how they scan a page, we can add alt text to an image. Apparently, everyone's on something called social media nowadays. Social media, sorry. If you plan on sharing your page on social media, you'll want to add meta information to make sure it shows up with the proper title, description, and image. It'll also improve your page ranking and indexing for search engines, so bonus. Smart Builder makes it easy to upload social sharing images, a favicon, and add keywords for landing pages. Let's walk through getting a landing page link shared on social media from this to this. In the Page Settings tab, we can add our social sharing image, which is the image that appears when links to our landing page are shared on social networks. Need a recap on images? See our chapter on adding and editing images. Now we'll update our page title, description, and add a list of unique keywords for our landing page's purpose or value props. We'll upload a favicon as well. Favicons are usually a company's icon or logo. Ours is obviously a cute koala. Look at that little fella. Let's not forget to save. And that's it. For your own page, you can test it by sharing your image on a social network and watch the page title, description, and image come to life. Unbounce apps are no-code features, functionality, and widgets you can add to your landing page. Whether you want to spruce up your page with eye-catching media, dynamic forms, or a whole lot more, Unbounce apps will elevate your landing page. Apps are accessed from the top of Smart Builder. From there, we can search for a favorite app, or browse the entire library of options. There are so many Unbounce apps to choose from. Once we've downloaded an app, we can drag and drop it onto our page. See our Help Center for more info on configuring and implementing apps. So we've got our page looking how we like it. Added conversion goals and edited the mobile version. We're just about ready to publish. But before we do, we've got to check that we have all the key components ready for our campaign. Confirm your conversion goals. Test page links and outgoing links. Share with your team and stakeholder. Check for content errors. Check for formatting issues. Set up your domain. Set up and test integrations or Unbounce apps. And don't forget to enable smart traffic or conduct an A/B test. Want to learn more? Visit our step-by-step guide to help you get set up in no time. Once we've saved our page, we can return to the page overview, publish our page, and that's it. Our first landing page built in Smart Builder. This has been fun, right? It's easy to get started with Smart Builder. If you already have an Unbounce account, follow this link to go straight to the building experience, or start your free 14-day trial at unbounce.com. Happy building!